Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Statement. Today I'll be teaching you how to crochet this beautiful boot cuff. You can use it in the inside of your boot or outside. They're very easy to do. They are part of the set of this poncho that I did last week. I hope you guys like it and give it a try, and here is the list of materials you're gonna need to make them. To make this boot cuff, I'm gonna use the same motifs that I use for my poncho, for my fall poncho. I had 6 of these motifs left over, and then I attached 3 together, but they were too big for the top of my boot. So I decided to change the last row to make a smaller motif, but still it looked a bit like the big motifs, you see? But yes, different size by changing the last row. So that's what I did to make these ones, that way a good size. So mine have these tassels, and so is the boot cuff. Okay, so it's very easy to do. If you don't see the video for the poncho and you want to make this set, I'm gonna leave you the link in here. You're gonna see an eye. You click in the eye and it will bring you to the video of the poncho. So this is made with leftover yarn. So if you don't want to do the poncho, you don't have to. Just I will show you how to do this part. It's just changing the last row from the poncho. Okay. The crochet hooks that I'm gonna use is one of 6.5 millimeters and one of 6 millimeters. And why I'm using these two is because for these ones I use a 6.5 millimeter to do the entire motifs. But then when I remove the last row, I use a 6 millimeter crochet hook to do the last row. So since I'm going to show you how to do the motif from zero, from the beginning, I'm going to start exactly the same as I did this motif with a 6.5. Okay, so the only thing is that I'm going to do the last row, not like this motif. I'm going to do it like this one. Okay, to start, I'm going to do a magic circle with my 6.5 millimeter crochet hook, and I'm going to chain 3 plus 1 for separation, plus 1, so that counts as the first double crochet with a chain 1 space. So in total you have to have 8. So you're going to do a double crochet, chain 1, another double crochet, chain 1, another double crochet, chain 1, and like that you're going to continue until you have 8 double crochet, and then in here chain 1, and then you pull the tail and close the circle and do a slip stitch in the top and here and cut your yarn. I already have one here ready, so I have my 8 double crochet with a chain 1 space, and here at the end I have a chain 1 space, a slip stitch, and here chain 1, and I cut the yarn. So now I'm going to show you how to do the last 2 rows, because these only are 3 rows. It's so very fast and easy to do. Now with the next color, you're going to do a slip knot, and in any of these chain 1 space you're going to pass that loop. You're going to chain 1 with the 2 strands of yarn, and you let go to the tail, and you're going to chain 2 more, 1 and 2. Now if you pull the tail a little bit, that creates that middle chain the same thickness as the other one, don't look like it's double. So in the same space you're going to do another double crochet. Now you're going to chain 1. This one here is a little bit too big, the chain space. Okay, now you're going to do another double crochet, and I'm still working with my 6.5 because this part in here is exactly the same as this first and second row. That is exactly the same as this one. I want them to be exactly the same size. So you're going to chain 1 yarn over, you go to the next chain 1 space, and you're going to do 2 double crochet, and that's how you're going to do the second row. Chain 1 and 2 double crochet. So we're working the motif exactly the same until the second row as we did the motifs of the poncho. So you're going to continue working like this, 2 double crochet, chain 1 and 2 double crochet all the way around until you get to the last space, and here you're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 1 and a slip stitch and the third chain, and I will meet you here to continue with the third and last row. Now I'm going to change my hook to work in the last row. So in these ones here, I did a chain of 4 and 2 treble, a chain of 5, 3 treble, a chain of 9, 3 treble, a chain of 5, 3 treble, a chain of 9, 3 treble, and so on. For this one, I'm going to change the size at the last row, so I'm going to do 2 slip stitch until I get to the chain 1 space. So that will be 2 slip stitch and chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and you're going to do 2 double crochet in that space. Now you're going to chain 3 and instead of 5, 1, 2 and 3, yarn over and 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. Now instead of 9, you're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, yarn over, 3 double crochet in the next chain 1 space, and that's your first corner. So in this one the corners are with a chain of 9, and this one will be with a chain of 5. Now 3, 1, 2 and 3 chain and 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. You're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, yarn over and 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3. You have now 2 corners, chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, another 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 3 double crochet, and now we have 3 corners. One, 2, 3 chain, and the last 3 double crochet, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and you're going to come to the third chain and do a slip stitch. Chain 1, cut your yarn and loose that tail. You're gonna do and complete a square like this, you see, with the 4 corners here, and you will see the difference in size. You see the 2 first row are the same, but then in the third row it make big difference by changing the hook size and the amount of chain and the size of the stitch. Look at the difference from the chain 5 to the chain 9. So that will make this one smaller and the perfect size for the top of our boots. Now you're gonna do, and if you have the other ones left over from the poncho, what you're gonna do is remove the entire third row, and we're gonna start working on the third row and attach them to this one that will be finished. I'm gonna lose those tail and I will attach in here, and then the last one in that tab and this one, and you have your circle. Something else that you're gonna need is 4 tassels. I have 3 left over from my poncho, so I decided to make one more and do 2 on each in different colors. See, I have these 2 this color and these 2 different colors. So go ahead and lose your tail and start working in the next one. If you don't have any motifs, what you do is work until the second row, and then stop with this one and work in the next motif, and stop with that one in the second row, and then work together in the third row. It will be faster. I'm taking this one apart until I finish with the chains. I already have my slip stitches, so now again I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, and I'm going to do 2 double crochet in that space. That's 1 and 2, chain 3, 1, 2 and 3, 3 double crochet. That's 1, 2 and 3, 1. Now, and instead of chaining 5, you're going to chain 2, because we're going to attach this one to this one. So this is the right side out and wrong side in. You see, wrong side with wrong side. You're going to come to one of the corners of 5, and you're going to do a single crochet and say 9, because that's what I did in this one, 9. So chain 2 and go back here and continue with your 3 double crochet the same way that we attach the motifs for the ponchos, the same way we're doing it in this one. So chain 1, and then in the space of 3 here you're going to do a single crochet, chain 1, yarn over, and 3 double crochet in the next space, 1, 2 and 3. Now instead of 5, you're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, go to the chain 5 space in the other motif and do a single crochet, chain 2, and then do 3 double crochet, and you're going to continue working this motif all the way around until you finish with a slip stitch. You see, and this side of the motif, and it will look like this, the 2 pieces together. Once you finish this one, lose your tail, and we're gonna do in the next motif is we're gonna attach in this part and in this one to create the circle. So it's very easy and fast to do this. But something that I wanted to mention before I continue with the last motif is, if you are giving this away, for example, to your daughter, and your daughter have a little girl, you can make with this size motif a smaller poncho for your granddaughter. Or if you have a little girl yourself, you can make a poncho with a smaller motif like this, or for a cousin, a sister, you know, that you want to make the motifs smaller. Yes, I wanted to mention that. And so now we're gonna do the last one. Something that you will do is you will place the other motif in here, the same size as this one, and continue like the poncho but with the smaller motifs. Once you chain 3, you're going to do your other 2 double crochet. So when you attach the 2 first motif, you can attach them after in the third corner, but for this one you have to start in the first corner, number one, because you need to attach in these two and in these two, in the four corner of this one. So I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to do my 3 double crochet. That's 1, 2, and 3. Now is the first corner, and you're going to chain 2, and you're going to grab your motifs, and in this corner, you see, straight to this corner, you're going to do a single crochet, and the 3 of them is the right side facing out, the right side, sorry. Chain 2 and 3 double crochet in the next space, chain 1, single crochet in the center 3 chain space, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 2, and go to the last corner of this motif and do your single crochet, chain 2, and they will look like this, the 3 of them. And then you do your 3 double crochet, chain 3, this space is a little too loose, 1, 2, and 3, 3 double crochet. Now we're gonna start the third corner, so you're gonna chain 2, and then you're gonna grab the last motif in this one, and in this corner in the top you're gonna do your single crochet to close your circle. One, 2, 3 double crochet, chain 1, 1 single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 1, the last 3 double crochet, chain 2, work the last corner, single crochet, chain 2, and you're gonna do a slip stitch on the third chain that you did to start the row. You're gonna chain 1, cut the yarn. I have a little bit extra because the stitches were bigger, and loose that tail, and like that you have your circle. So once you lose the tail, I will meet you here to finish our boot cuff. Once you lose your tails, it will look like this. This one will be the center motif for the front, and this one, this is the center motif, and the tassels are on the side, this one. So this is for the left side, and this one will be for the right side. You see, these are facing me, but if I face out like that, left side and then the right side, my chain had to come in here. That way they are both in the outer side. at the boot. So for this one I did a chain, and I'm gonna do exactly the same with the same color. That's the only thing that they're gonna have in common, is this, the same color. And I did I think it was like around 70 chains. So what you do is you chain and you measure, and making sure that you have a little extra. And after that you'll attach here your tassels, leaving a little extra space in here. And what I did, yeah, this is the corner of the two motif. So I start my chain through this one in the back, the next one in the front, in the back of these two, this one in the front, in the back of this one, and in here I put it in between. You see, I brought it out on top of this one and under this one. That way at the end you get the chain coming out exactly the same as this one. So do that, and then I will meet you here with the end result. Once you finish, they will look like this. So I'm gonna put it on and I'll show you the end result. Well, this is the end result, and I love my entire set with the crochet. They look amazing. So I hope you guys like it and give it a try, and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you make this set and you want to send me some pictures, you can do it on my Facebook page, Ruby Stedman, or you can find me on my Instagram, Ruby Stedman Crochet. Please share my video with friends and family, that way you help me grow here in YouTube. And don't forget to check my other videos on my channel. I wish you have a beautiful day.